went from a lot of business dynamic, and now we're going to shift to a little bit more of the health and product focused through 2 speakers. And then after that, I'm going to wrap things up, and you're not going to want to miss any of this. And then we'll be done, and we'll be out of here. We're going to have a great Saturday, the rest of it. So it's already super, isn't it?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Yes.
Well, I have a question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
On your wrap up, are you going to talk about this? Why do you like builder? A little more detail?
Would you like for me to?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk a little bit about why do you like builder, and I've got a little topic too to kind of wrap things up as well. So that'll take us a total of about 20 minutes. And right now I want to introduce 2 people in this room, and I'm going to have one go first. So Trish Hetherington, beautiful lady. I mean, she is a hard worker. She's in the fitness industry. She's a personal trainer. She's super dedicated to the vision of longevity and really stands very strongly behind Dr. Wallach, constantly to her clients, recommending the right kind of eating, the right kind of dietary measures, the right kind of supplementation. She's just a great student, and she pays very close attention. She's at everything. She loves to lecture and give people, friendly advice, and she's here to share a little bit of her knowledge today. So please help me welcome Trish Hetherington.
All right.
I do love to lift.
In a good way.
No, that's to stay up. Yeah, if you haven't taken a, do so. All right. Holy smoke, this has been great. Are you guys having a great time?
Yeah.
Learning a lot?
Yeah.
Okay, I am too. So thanks for sticking around. In San Antonio, I followed Glenn. We worked really well together in our topics. And let's get started. Next one. Okay, you know what? No, stay on that one. Stay on the first one. So, yeah, this picture is really, really important. I could probably just stop right here. Right? So, Glenn's going to talk about the soils, and so he's going to talk about the microbiomes in the soil. Well, the same thing is true for us, right? We see the outside picture. If you've heard of people that look healthy or skinny fat, have you ever heard of skinny fat?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, right? Show me some guns. So, if you don't take care of your own microbiome through food, through your supplementation, through your rest, you know what? Your spiritual life affects your microbiome. Right?
Yeah.
So don't forget that. Okay. Now, all right. All right. So this is the basic. I can say it every one of these slides. I can just stop right here. So this is the basic mission of Dr. Wallach. Okay? You give yourself the best nutrition possible, the correct amount of calories to fuel your day, and you will be healthy. Right? You have to replace A, what's not in your soils, and B, what you sweat out, what you work, just daily living, right? Stress takes a lot of nutrients out of your body. Coffee, unfortunately, takes a lot of nutrients out of your body. Yeah, so you have to really pay attention to that. And I'm no, genius on this. I'm smart enough to hang out with people smarter than me at this, right? Yeah. So do that in your business. You find someone when you're doing your, 2 interviews a day. You keep interviewing till you find all those people that are smarter than you, that are better at you, than something at you, and you keep them in your list for 3-way calls. Okay? All right, next. Okay. Have any of you read these books? Okay. Have you? Both of them?
Just the Death by Food Pyramid.
Death by Food Pyramid? Okay. So I'm going to give you a cautionary tale. Read them, not at night. Right, you won't sleep. You'll just get a little hungry, right? And do your darndest not to let them cause you to be the crazy moody network marketer.
Yeah.
Right? Just have them in your arsenal, just in case. Right? That's just for your information, not to throw up on people, which is easy to do. I'll tell you right now, one of the first paragraphs of Selling Fitness, I think the founder of Merck Pharmaceuticals, his goal is for drugs to be as common and used on a daily basis as chewing gum. Right? All right. Okay. So let's hear some of the lies that we've been told as far as our health and nutrition. Anybody have anything that all of a sudden that switch has been flipped that they grew up with?
You can get everything you need from your food.
Yeah.
Whole grains are best.
I was gonna say exactly what Julian.
Okay.
The best part.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else that just has blown your mind since you've gotten into longevity?
Let's go with that.
Right? Don't eat butter. Right? Stay away from egg yolks.
That makes you fat.
Fat makes you fat.
Yeah. Grains are your best bet. Sugar's not bad for you. Yeah. Just give you energy.
Right? Right. Okay, so I love that slide. That's actually one of mine. Okay, here's the great news. Ready? So, our body is made up of all of these different systems. So, how many of you work out? Okay? Yeah. Okay, everybody stand up and give me 10 jumping jacks. Don't hit your neighbor. Ready? Go. Oh, go. You can go like this. You don't hit anybody in the head. I don't want to. Okay, good. That was more than 10, you overachiever. Blood flowing. Okay. So, how many systems did you just work right there? All of them. Right? You cannot just singularly work out one system at a time. The same goes for all your health benefits of your food, your supplementation, your sleep, your spiritual life. It doesn't affect just one. Oh, hi. Jumping jacks right now. It doesn't affect just one system, right? You gotta do it. It all works together. All right, next. This is another mic drop, as someone said in San Antonio. We regenerate. Talk about another lie we've heard. Really?
You're 7 years, you're a whole new person.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of a fallacy. However, right? It's not exactly 7 years, but because different systems regenerate at different times.
This is true or this is a myth? No, this is true.
This is true.
This is true.
This is absolutely true. So you know how Sanjeev talks about feeding forward as far as having, what is it? Breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, dinner like a pauper, right? He talks about feeding forward in your day. Oh, you never heard that?
No, go ahead. Yeah, keep going, man.
Yeah. So it's breakfast like a king, queen, lunch like a princess, and dinner like a pauper. That's what I'm
saying. Biggest meal, smallest meal?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Lungs, I can't see lungs. 3 weeks?
Which is lovely because I love breakfast.
2 to 3 weeks?
Yeah, I think too.
Yeah. Which one?
Lungs.
Lungs.
2 to 3
Can you
weeks.
scroll up just? Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. And liver, 6 weeks. 6 weeks.
Yeah, lunch 2-3 weeks.
Right? Your liver can start to regenerate even with only 25% of it left if they cut it in surgery. Isn't that amazing? I mean, we are miracles. We're miracles. And we put up with so much garbage and we still regenerate until we can't regenerate anymore. Right? All right. this was an interesting fact to me. I'm going to read this to you. So every cell has its own lifespan. So forensic investigators take advantage of different lifespans of cells. Seriously, I wanted to be one of those people. Like cut open bodies. So that gross picture that Scott showed. Yeah. Have you ever watched Dr. Pimple Popper?
Yes,
It's like fascinating. Oh, and besides the point, I don't want our pregnant brain growing up over here. So that's how forensic scientists determine, time of death, because our cells regenerate at different times. All right.
What slide are you on?
Go next. Dr. Wallach's brilliant, right? So the 90 for life, and we'll flip between this picture and, oh no, we won't. So Dr. Wallach's brilliant, the 90 for life. Everybody knows what that is. Yes, tell me what that is.
90 essential minerals and vitamins and nutrients that your body needs to function.
Mine for like 6.
Yay! It was like you threw your voice because I couldn't see your mouth. Right, so it is our healthy start path. Right? Does that look similar to the picture I just showed you of the human body system? Right? So he's taking care of our central system. And then with all the guys that work together, then we get to add in. Okay, does that make sense? Are you guys getting that? Yeah. All right, next picture. So here it is in a photo. Because I couldn't figure out how to superimpose one on top of the other. So I had to put them next to each other. This is exactly similar. Exactly similar. This is similar, right? This is so similar to the human bodies, the organ systems, and our 90 for life message. Right? You take care of the central body. You do add-on cells. We've all been subject to add-on cells. You want to supersize that? Oh my gosh, those shoes, maybe I'm a shoe fanatic. Yeah. Right? Those shoes would go so well with that. Sold. I'm on it. So Dr. Wallach's brilliance is why we are here. Okay, next slide. Again, I gotta show this again. This is such an amazing slide. And if you want it, I'd be happy to send it to you to keep in your arsenal. Because people don't believe this. And yet, if you ask them when their child is young, if they get cut, how quickly do they heal? Where did we get off track? Right? So we got off track because we have been marketed and told that this does not occur. And we know darn well that it occurs. We have all the stories. So when you're doing your 2 interviews a day, you also are gathering stories, right? It doesn't have to be 2 strangers. You find other people, upline, downline, crossline, who have a story that you can keep to relate to each one of these, right? The Alzheimer's story, the liver story, regeneration and avoiding surgery, right, for bone and joint. Okay? Yeah.
So, Trish, looking at those, if somebody was on the digestive tract, that would mean that they could actually see results in 5 days because their cells are regenerating. Is that correct?
Yep.
Cool.
And also, if they have bone and joint issues, they don't see maybe the pain-free, joint until 3 months, so they need to give it time.
Hence the 90-day trial period.
Instead of pharmaceutical, we're expected, tomorrow I'm getting my symptoms are going to feel better.
Absolutely. It's a Band-Aid, right? We all know that. So, there's a couple of reasons why you want that 90-day trial system. One is to let them experience it, okay? And number 2 is it gets your car bonus. Right, who wants to drive a free car? Absolutely. So, however, you want them to notice, right? So you have to let them have time to experience the product. This is what I tell my nutrition therapist. There's 3 main reasons why all those supplements you've been taking for years and you're still having breakdowns might not be working. I've learned to be a little gentler. Which thanks to Marianne. One of them is, and I start out nicely, you're not taking enough. Okay? The other issue is you may have a gut issue you're not aware of and you're not absorbing it. So nice. Or nice. Okay? The third one is your products are crap. And then, and then I just stop.
And then the poop emoji, right?
So, and again, nice. Figure it out. Let's figure this out. Oh, I just spent, hundreds of dollars on vitamin products. Okay, great. You know what? Crush up your supplements. Because usually they're full of filler anyway. And take more. And let's talk in a week.
So I did that.
You did?
I crushed up some old stuff
Yeah.
I had, and I mixed it in Miracle Grow, and I put it in my watering can, and I watered all my vegetables and flowers, and they were amazing.
They were
and so I
happy?
didn't feel guilty about wasting the money, and I just ground them up
That's
in
a
the coffee
great
grinder
idea.
with the gel caps and everything.
Yeah,
Just ground them all up.
that's a great idea.
Well,
Dr. Wallach said to do that.
No. Thank you for sharing that. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Put it dry for the rock.
The plants can absorb it, that rock base.
Eventually, yeah.
Tomatoes.
I love that idea. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So there's one thing, if you've noticed, that does not regenerate, and that is your brain neurons. Okay. So if your kids are out riding a bike without a helmet, I will find them.
Trish,
Yes.
it says a year
For brain tissue, maybe.
for brain tissues, but not neurons.
Correct.
So if somebody, if
The nervous system's different from just the cell. Right? Completely different. The nervous system is actually telling the cells what to do. So if the nervous system isn't functioning in the brain, then that's not gonna happen. Does that make sense? Sort of. Yeah. Okay. All right. Again, another mic drop slide. Next slide. All right. So your skin is every 35 days. All right. And where are we with the liver? Like a month? I think. 6 weeks. Okay. So thank goodness our skin is every 30 days, because as our liver gets healthier, it shows up on our skin. This is like our outside liver. It is. It really is. And have you seen people that are just, you can tell now how internally inflamed they are because they're all red in the face? Not just because they're nervous being in front of them, but they're just bloated and red and they just look like they're on fire, right? That's their internal organs, their gut, their liver, telling the skin how to project. Wow, I can't stand still.
You can stay over there, right there.
Okay. All right. So this incredible machine, this blessed machine, this miracle machine, this is why we're here, right? We're all miracles. We are here to provide people with hope to feed the miracle. Am I right? Am I right?
Yeah.
You're right.
Yes.
Okay. I just needed that one. I just need to be right one day, one time today.
One time today.
All right, next slide. And again, we've been told so many times that this is not the case. Right? The the gluten is not your problem. The GMOs aren't necessary. And we know that this is another lie that we have been fed. So that agribusiness can keep doing its thing. And agribusiness being in bed with the pharmaceutical business. And we're the guinea pigs. Right? So this is our mission with longevity. No more guinea pigs. All right. And okay, next. All righty. And we know this from Dr. Wallach, right? He has anybody read epigenetics yet? The whole thing? Jason, you have? Wow, that's impressive. So epigenetically speaking, it's not about necessarily changing your genes. It's about changing the expression of your genes, right? Living above your genetic code, which is a mind blower for people. And so let me tell you a story. I was at a fundraiser, or no, actually it was a nonprofit launch, which remind me to tell you about at the end. And this guy, and it was actually the nonprofit's about helping women transition out of prison. Great. Wonderful cause. And one of the guys from the gym came over and we're talking, and he's talking about, drugs and alcohol, how they start this downward spiral most of the time, and that's how a lot of people end up in prison. And he goes, it's kind of genetic. And I'm like, well, I know it runs, in my family, and it runs in my husband's family. And we've had that conversation with our children. And I said, now that I think about it, if we're genetically coded for alcoholism, what do we do not to have that occur?
That's true.
We don't drink alcohol, right? So if we're genetically, and I'm like using out loud, and it totally ticked him off. Totally ticked him off. You could see the resistance wall come up. I said, but if we're genetically coded then for arthritis, which I don't believe, type 2 diabetes, I don't believe that. However, I knew where this guy was. I said, wouldn't it make sense to avoid the things that cause that? Just like an alcoholic would avoid alcohol. Oh, well, I don't think you can make that leap. Seriously, that wasn't. And I'm like thinking to myself, A, I hope that little bomb explodes in his head later. And B, dang, that was pretty brilliant thought. I should write that down. Because I hadn't ever thought of it before. But I wanted to mentally throw punch him about this, right? About this whole genetics BS that we keep hearing about.
Great.
And I didn't throw punch him for real. It was just a mental throw punch. Okay, so. Next. Have you guys ever heard of Throw Punch Thursday? No. I never heard about. Someone told me about Throw Punch Thursday. I'm like, angry. That's angry. Exactly. That's what I see. That sounds really angry. Okay, that was maybe the old me. Okay, so let's talk about dysregulation of our system. So dysregulation of our system. So we have an imbalance in our food, right? Protein or macronutrients, fat, protein, carbohydrates. And then we have a dysregulation of our vitamin and mineral supply, which we always have to, keep up, just like we do with calories. We have to keep calories up. We have to keep our vitamins and minerals up. So we have this perfect storm of dysregulation, which then causes any number of system breakdowns, right? We're back to that whole system again. got metabolic issues, we have hormone issues, which, quite frankly, you know, if you have type 2 diabetes, insulin is a hormone. So those two things go together, right? Oh, I can't see my slide. All right, next slide. And it's super, super easy to let that happen. All right, so let's go to your skeletal system. What's the point of that, right? It's the structure and function of your body. Your skeletal system is primarily made of inorganic material and minerals. So, I love this little mind bomb that I drop on the seniors all the time. If your bones and joints are made about 40% mineral and the rest being inorganic material, does it not then make sense to keep those supplies coming in for regeneration?
Sure.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah. So anything that happens during the day where you're exercising, you're stressed out, you know, you're not feeling well, you've been out in the sun for too long, right? And just sucking all this stuff out of your body and all of your systems. You're not just dealing with sunburn. You're dealing with your body and trauma, right? So everything has to go back in again. All right, next slide.
Hey, Trish,
Yeah.
can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
I used to sunburn like if somebody said sun to me. And now I don't. I was out in the sun gardening a couple of weeks ago. That's awesome. For like an hour and a half and didn't get a sunburn. Didn't have anything on. Well, I had
Not your mineral makeup?
No. And I didn't get a sunburn.
5 minutes under.
Is that like a function of the nutrients in my body?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And why do you know why that is?
You know what? Because it allows the body to fight the environmental exposure.
I heard Ben Fuchs one time talking about like the phytonutrients to like sweat them out or something that helps to send away the like.
You know, having a good supply of good fats, lipids in the body, minerals in the body, yeah, they help with that. Yeah. So, interesting story. When my daughter graduated from UNC, it was bright, sunny day, you know, not a cloud in the sky. So I slathered myself up with sunscreen, and my shoulder was taped from softball. And then I put on my mineral makeup. I fried. You know, I had a V mark from my tape job, but my face did not. And I never sunscreened my face. It was just our mineral makeup. Yeah. All right, so where am I? Okay, so Dr. Wallach's protocols for bone and joint, and I'm jumping through a whole bunch of lectures all at once here. For our skeletal system, right? So you have your healthy bone and joint pack. If you're rebuilding, we all know it's a glucogel for every 10 pounds of body weight. 1 glucogel while you're rebuilding. And you're gonna do that for, what was the bone and joints? Like 3 months, right? 90 days. And let them rebuild. Because if someone's bulking about cost, it's like you've got to, in perfect health, is, you know, homeostasis is floating around 1 and -1, right? Around 0. Because if you're not floating around, you're dead. Right? I mean, every day is not necessarily perfect. So if perfect health is floating around 1 and -1, and rebuilding because you have an issue, let's say bone and joint, is, let's say -20, you're going to have to do a lot of work. Our people are going to have to do a lot of work to get back here. And then it's easier to stay. Does that make sense? It's like, right when you're training for a show, it's hard to get stage ready. Once you're there, it's easier to stay there. I don't know if that makes any sense. Okay? All right. So Dr. Wallach's protocol is all about rebuilding the minerals and the inorganic materials in the body. And 90 for life, right? So you may be in this massive intake for 90 days. Once you get to that homeostasis, then you just stick with your 90 for life. Because you built that pattern, you built that habit, and your body's getting all of the raw materials it needs to stay now that it's there. All right. And next slide. I stole these from Heather. I took some of these from Heather. Seashore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she shared this with me. Okay, so typical medical model, right? And before I met Dr. Wallach, I had both my hips replaced. So I'm like, oh yeah, I got great insurance, no problem. I'll just get that done. I was like doing wall climbing, the alpine slide, and something else 3 days before my surgery, because in my mind it's like, I'm gonna make them work for it. It's just a part. What do I know? So the average medical model, you have your premiums for your insurance. You've got your deductible, and then you have your surgery cost. So, you get all that done, and you're paying $25,000 to $27,000 per joint. And we're not just one part, and the rest of it is good. Okay? If you know people with bad teeth, bad gums, it's coming. That train is already down the track until they stop. Dr. Wallach's protocol. So this is for one healthy start pack. This is for someone that's 150 or below. $4,000 for the year. Okay, let's say that they're between 150 and 225. You're spending $8,000. It's still cheaper. We're out of pocket after the deductible's met. Yeah, and if they get this done, and we have changes in our healthcare system, they're out. They're out because they have a pre-existing condition, right? This is our chance to keep people from having pre-existing conditions, right?
Right.
Oh, okay. So James, let me have you just go down 2 slides. This cracks me up. Have you guys ever heard of Kelly Blue Book?
Yes.
Yeah. Now there's a blue book for your
Oh
joint.
my gosh, are
Oh,
you serious?
Is that hilarious? Not hilarious. Yeah. So healthcarebluebook.com. If you want to price out.
Is that for real?
I wonder if they sell used ones. They're not
And before you cremate that, let's take that.
I'm just kidding.
Cadavers, yeah, cadavers.
So anyway, yeah, you can go on Blue Book and look up a joint replacement. But however, isn't that a beautiful thing to use as a cost comparison when people say, Dr. Wallach protocol tips? Yeah. This is your out of pocket. This is your out of pocket. Which pocket is fuller, or which pocket you want to use? All right. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Yes. Woo.
Can I share something that I read in Reader's Digest today?
Please do.
It's hilarious.
I love Reader's Digest.
Anybody else like Reader's Digest?
Yes.
All right.
It's the bathroom book, right?
Right.
I need to take a break.
So now we know where you read it,
Right.
right?
That was 25.
That's
So
fine.
I read this today, and I didn't tell John where I was reading it from, and he asked me if it came from Dr. Wallach. So it's titled 40 Things Cardiologists Do to Protect Their Hearts. Now, if you thought it came from Dr. Wallach and it's in Reader's Digest, they figured something out, right? I won't read all of them, but it's things like I eat eggs. I get 8 hours of sleep a night. Obviously, there's stuff about exercise in here. They eat berries, so they stay away from high sugar kinds of things. Taking care of their teeth, eat lots of protein, more high sugar stuff. What was the one? Oh, and the last one was I eat dark chocolate. There's stuff in here about, where was that one?
Love it.
Yeah, it was on nutrients. I had a vitamin. I don't know what personalized mean. I didn't read the little section, but anyway, the idea is, oh, and they eat a Mediterranean diet. So, you know, we're onto something. Yeah, is the point.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
So, you know, when people say that about the Mediterranean diet, they put their oil on after it's cooked. They're not cooking like that. You know, it's the drizzle at the end. And to give doctors a little bit of a pass, they're not allowed to talk about this stuff. Right? They could get sued. Yeah. So a little grace to the doctors, right? Because they won't get reimbursed if there's no coding for, let's talk about healthy nutrition, shall we? There's no code for that for reimbursement.
Yeah.
So we'll give them a little bit of a grace, period.
So this one's funny to me.
Clock's ticking.
Real quick. One of Dr. Wallach's foods that he cannot stand is hot dogs.
Oh, right.
And it says, I skip the hot dogs.
Nice. Thank you for reading that. Yeah.